across Mark II, just for the sake of the recording. Just tell it that we've already been discussed what we're doing, and we've got the theory sorted. You're going to attempt it on your own, and I'm going to come in
if it all goes terribly wrong. I
feel, or you feel it's necessary, and hopefully I'll come in before you scream help. Lovely. Okay. Turn the phone off.
I'm just gonna do monorail.
Continuous recording will now start. GPS connected.
Sorry.
Oh, well, one of those days. Yeah, just take it. Could there be something coming either side of the car here? Yes, let's just check. And what was that move off like?
Okay.
Yeah, well, more than okay as far as I'm concerned. Being smooth. Get a bit of steering on. Could we be a bit nearer the curb? Yeah, I'll give it another time roll. I'll say this. Seatbelt on. Oh dear, slap wrist for the instructor there. Well done for spotting it.
Oh my god.
Might cut that bit out of the recording. Well done. Are you ready to go? Just take the signal off. Take the signal off. Are you ready to go? Do that first. I wouldn't worry about the signal.
Really?
Yeah. What else do we... Oh, we haven't got the handbrake on. Sorry, that's my fault. Oh, the question really is, get yourself ready to go, as you did just now. Are you going to go right now? No. Are you going to go after this next car? If something... Yeah. Is there anyone to signal to? No. Well done. Another lovely smooth start as well. Where you'll meet the lorry. How far ahead can you see?
Yeah, I'd like to ask, when you said about like a corner and it's got that disappearing thing,
limit point. Good. Eloise, I've just had a light bulb moment. as to who the person was in the white car waving madly at me.
That does make sense.
I'm trying to think, who the hell was that?
Right. Now is the time.
Right.
There's one car in front, so hopefully they'll see out when the time might get there.
Is there anyone behind you? You start slowing down from here?
I'm just going to do it really slowly.
We're in the right gear. Using clutch control here.
It will get there.
Of course it will.
Today is not the day.
We'll do the left turn coming up here. Once we've got through the dip at Fairmile up the other side, we're coming out. No, hopefully it's a relative straight road. I'll just ask you how awful, why you think it was awful. Before we get through here first. Spotted any potential hazards ahead? Cyclist.
No.
Just as we came down the road, it just disappeared around the corner up there. If you're lucky, cyclists have gone left or right here. No, you're not.
No.
But look at the road up
It's
there.
bend,
Yeah, and also there's a bit coming up in the middle, sort of a buffer area, separating the two directions. So could you use that and get in there? Bit of gas, bit of gas. Well, hold on. Rather than get stuck behind you and crawling all the way up here. Right, so what was awful about coming out of that junction then?
Touch was fine. I put my foot on the accelerator. I don't know why. Because if I didn't, it would have been okay. I think.
Right. So, well, let's do the same as we did last
What,
week.
just where that car
Okay,
is?
there's absolutely nothing behind us. So just squeeze the brake and then get the car. When you brought the clutch up at Pattesons Cross,
Yeah.
what was it like when the clutch came back up again?
Right. Is this the skinny enough?
Oh yes.
Okay, I'm going to go to that line. So that's an imaginary line.
Oh right.
Come on, come on.
And you look both ways. And there's nothing coming. We'll go around the bend, we'll get up the straight bit, and if there's still nothing behind us, we'll just try it again.
Yeah.
Like the way you use the line across the road as the line for the junction. Just
At this little bit here.
there's nothing behind us. So you just choose where your imaginary junction is. Maybe where the shadow is?
Oh, I didn't even need to stop.
Now you have stopped. Just let this car go past. That's a good question. What are you doing wrong? Are you doing anything wrong?
I think I might be too late.
the incompetent bit. So, what do we need to do to get the car moving from here?
Got the clutch in. I'm going into gear 1.
Okay.
Up.
Where's your right foot? So we're at the biting
point.
point. Let's keep it at the biting point, and nowhere else.
Yeah.
Think you want a bit of gas? So don't move the clutch at all.
I think I moved it. Right.
So don't move the clutch.
Bit of gas.
Bit of gas. Safe to go. You're quite.
Cross, I gave too much gas. Was not enough.
Right. So let's just try it again. Squeeze the brake. Squeeze the brake. Now don't stop unless you have to. So where's your right foot going to be?
On the gas. Like that.
Let's just put it there by here. Well spotted. But is it a wrong signal? No. So if a squirrel popped out. Is that alright? Are we off the road?
No.
Sure?
I am, but not enough.
That's fine, it's alright. It's not as if it's a busy road. We're not going to be here long. Right, the last one that you've just done, where you had virtually stopped, what was that move off like afterwards?
Okay.
Yeah. And if you can do that at Pattesons Cross, you'll have time to look both ways.
Yeah.
So you felt, when you mentioned about too much gas when you came out of Pattesons Cross.
Yeah.
So does that, are you sort of saying to me that you felt you were a little bit fast as you came out there?
Yeah, fast, and like, because I heard it rev up, so it was way too much. It just needs to be a little bit just to nudge it out.
Okay, so it was more the revs rather than the speed.
Well, I think the speed as well, because it wasn't as controlled as it could have been.
I wouldn't disagree with that at all. When you did the gear change, I did ask you about that. When you brought the clutch back up, how smooth did that feel at Pattesons Cross compared to how it felt just now, that last...
Just now was a lot smoother. It was just a bit... I think I had everything ready at Pattesons Cross with the clutch and everything, but it was just... Because I went... What did I do? I went on the brake first, and then I went on the gas because I think I thought I used too much brake, and then I used too much gas, and... Just...
What?
So next time, brake to just slow, and then brake if anything's coming, and if nothing's coming, a tiny bit of gas, and then if it does come, I can still stop. Well, if anything comes, I can still stop. I don't know.
No, so you do know. That sounds a pretty good description.
I think I know, but I just can't put it into practice.
And it's a shame we can't get back there easily to try that again. But I've been able to simulate it a little bit here.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same, but you're getting the idea of what to do.
Yeah.
And the one that you struggled with just now is because you did stop.
Yeah.
And you actually said, "I didn't need to stop."
Yeah.
But the moment you did stop the car. Get the foot brake on, which is what you did, and then you put the handbrake on. Great. All right. Now we've got the effort of trying to do the hill start, something you want to aim to do today. So we've had a little.
Like knowing how much gas to put on. That's the problem at the moment. I think the clutch, I know it, and it's just putting the knowledge into practice.
Can I just go back to the gear change? That you're saying this last one here was much smoother than the one at Pattesons Cross. What's the reason for that? What was the difference, do you think, that made one of them smooth and one of them a bit of a jolt?
I think it was my speed. I don't know if I came in too fast at Pattesons Cross, and I did it a lot slower.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. The whole process that you talked about in the car park to start with, you did. But it's and the car was basically telling you, excuse me, we're not going this fast in this gear. So and you've got it down to a lovely speed, and it's lovely and smooth because you know what to do, and you're able to do it in a situation like this with nothing around. Just got to start convincing yourself you can do it anywhere. It will take time. There'll be the odd stressful moment, I'm sure, but you can do it. You just proved you can do it. It was the speed, and
I think I knew that.
Yeah, and I'd agree that we were marginally too faster than his ideal as we got to the junction, because if there had been something coming to the left, we were probably just going to be jutting out a little bit, but we wouldn't have been in their way. We'd been in the way of somebody coming, and there wasn't anyone. So in some respects you got away with it. So in terms let's also think about what you said about what did you want my input to be.
I think I might need a bit more input, or just like a verbal prompt.
Right, so would it have been helpful if I'd said something about what speed you did the gear change at?
Yeah.
Have you learnt from what you did though?
Yeah, just slow it down.
Yeah. Because I tried to jump in last week with the gear. No, I'm going to second gear. I'm not going to first. I'm going to lose a bit of time and distance. I'm going to make life difficult for myself.
I don't realise it's that. It's really annoying me.
Look, from my point of view, there was nothing dangerous about what you did. You've learnt something about the gear. You've learnt something about the speed you ought to be at a tricky junction like that. So I think, was that better today than last week?
Yes, definitely. Anything's better than last week.
And will it be better in the future?
Yes, definitely.
I don't have any doubt about that. I think, quite a bit of learning's gone on there from your point of view. So, to me, that was a success in terms of have we improved?
Progress,
Yeah, well done.